Hey everybody, Jamie Starr here for the New World News Network. Today we are going to be taking a look at Joe Biden's outreach to Black Americans. And I think it's very telling, very interesting. And for those who are unaware, there's been this, online battle of sorts between Cardi B and Candace Owens now. And so I figured this would be a good time to recap Joe Biden's Black outreach because, I tend to think you can know people by their actions rather than what they say. So I think the angle we're going to take here is sort of looking at the people he is sort of his outreach by proxy, basically the people he is speaking to and then who he thinks they will speak to. So the first one we will get into here is going to be his Cardi B interview. So let's just take a little peek at this.
In this house, there's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house.
How you doing?
Hi, Betty. How are you?
How are you? The name's Joe.
Well, hello there, Joe.
As a matter of fact, why don't you meet my daughter? She's a fan of yours.
Hi, how are you?
This is
How are
Ashley.
you?
Good, how you doing?
You know the
I'm
nickname
good,
she
Joe.
gave her father when she was growing up? She'd call me Joey B. So we
Yeah.
may be related or something.
I feel so crazy because I feel like I'm a little bit late. But Biden, let me tell you something. When you have kids my age, like the one my age, 2 years old, your schedule never go as planned. You know what I'm saying?
You're telling
I
me?
went
I got 4 kids, 5 grandkids. Come on. I'm an expert. They come first.
yes, definitely. Always. My kid come first, period.
Keep it that way.
So, Joe, I heard you got some questions for me.
First of all, I want to congratulate you. The cover of, well, I tell you, that's pretty good. That's pretty big time. Number one, doesn't surprise me. You're on the cover. Tell me what's your main interest in terms of this election?
I have a whole list of things that I want and I wish and I desire for our next president to do for us. But first thing first, let me keep it a buck. I just want Trump out. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like his mouth gets us in trouble so much. Like, we're dealing with a pandemic right now, right? I want to know when this is over. Like, I want to go back to my job. I want to be able to go outside. I want to be able not to feel like I'm trapped in my home. And I want like a timeline of when things are going to get better. I want a president to tell me what are the steps for us to get better besides, taking precautions like with our masks and quarantining. I need somebody to tell me the truth, the hardcore truth. And also, I of course want free Medicare. I of course think that we need free college education. And I want Black people to stop getting killed. And no justice for it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. If you kill somebody that doesn't have a weapon on them, you go to jail. You know what? If I kill somebody, I gotta go to jail. You gotta go to jail too. That's all I want.
So we're going to leave that there. And, people can check out the whole interview. I heard Elle pulled it. Let me just make a few comments real quick. First off, Joe Biden starts the interview wearing a mask. What, at his house? You can tell the memo went out in the DNC that, we've seen footage actually where they say if you're on a Zoom call or whatever, like, they're very concerned about the optics of this mask wearing where, even if you're just on video. Joe Biden at the DNC thing, they did this where after he was done speaking, Kamala came out. They're both with their significant others. They put on their masks to basically walk out for a photo shoot in front of these fireworks and then took them off again. It's all very performative. Cardi B she's a rapper. Her music, as you could hear, it started "Whores in This House." You know, you can check out the lyrics to WAP here. Beat it up, catch a charge, extra large, extra hard. Spit in my mouth, look in my eyes. I mean, people have described this as audio porn, which basically is gobble me, swallow me, drip down the side of me. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So he's obviously trying to capture the twerking, stripping, slut contingency. And you know, here's the thing is, you know, if you listen to Cardi B and delve into this whole aspect, she's talking about liberation through being a whore, basically. And you know, there's a thing in here where it's even like, I don't cook, I don't clean, but that's not how I got this ring. And you know, it's really sad that there's someone putting out this message that this is how women obtain things, and you know, this and that, because really it's the one thing about women that all women have. And they're not even really saying, even if we were to, you know, give the benefit of the doubt that in a sexual context women can do something mind-blowing, this is still talking about like the men taking charge in the situation. Like with all the girls I've slept with, the way in which I would rank them into which ones are the most enjoyable to me is basically their reactions to what I'm doing. It's very much a ego boosting thing. You know, if a girl's loud and moaning, I'm going to enjoy it more and feel as if I'm doing better than if they're quiet and, you know, sort of just laying there like a dead fish or whatever. So I also pulled this. You know, this is Cardi B talking about the areas in which she is an expert, because politics is not one of them. So let's check this clip.
Yo, it's your girl Cardi B, and I'm doing this video so y'all could keep y'all pussy on WAP. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you bitches got the dab dry ass pussy because y'all pH balance is off. And you wanna know why? It's not because you born with it. It's because y'all keep fucking these dirty ass niggas. And y'all bitches is shy to tell these niggas that they dick is hot. You gotta tell babe, yo, your dick smell like mustard, my nigga. You gonna throw my pH balance off. Y'all bitches be fucking these little dirty ass niggas. Y'all be sucking they dick and shit. And y'all be gagging on it. Y'all think y'all gagging on it because the dick is big. But no, bitch, it's because it stink. Another thing is, right, why your pH balance is thrown off, because y'all bitches need to fucking brush y'all teeth before you suck dick. Y'all eating barbecue ribs the whole day, bacon, egg, and cheese. Then you suck your nigga dick, and right after, he directly put it inside your pussy. Now you got bacon, egg, and cheese grease inside your pussy. You know what I'm saying? I'm only giving y'all this advice because I love you. If you don't want to take advice, alright then, bitch. Roll the dice and keep walking around with that dehydrated pussy. Like I said, I love y'all, and this is for y'all to keep the WAP.
So, hygiene advice from Cardi B. So after all of this, people questioning why Joe Biden hasn't done an interview or anything like that until this Cardi B thing, we now have this new Kenosha issue. So Joe Biden goes and meets with Jacob Blake, who is the man in Kenosha that got shot and all that, you know, right? So Jacob Blake, who is he a representative for? Well, first, before we get into this, when I was Googling this stuff, I found this interesting thing, and this is how media works. You know, if there's anything you take away from this video, it's this lesson. So Jacob Blake, actually, we'll skip back to this. So sexual assault charges filed against Jacob Blake in July prompted police to respond before shooting, Union report. So what it basically is, as with all of these characters that the Black Lives Matter movement makes its big stand on and everything like that, is they're all these basically the only blacks they care about are criminals. And it's really starting to seem as if the DNC is right in line with that. So basically Blake was wielding a knife. He put one of the arresting officers in a headlock and then shrugged off 2 attempts to taser him. There's a restraining order which stemmed over a criminal report which was obtained by the Post. Blake accused of breaking into a woman's home that he knew and sexually assaulting her. Blake broke into the home, said, "I want my shit." Blake used his finger to sexually assault her, the record states, caused her pain and humiliation, and was done without her consent. So, Me Too, Brett Kavanaugh, all of the, leftists, believe all women, whatever, out the window. The oppression Olympics, as at least now it's gotten a little more context than just being the color of your skin. But now it's like, if you're a woman who's being sexually assaulted, well, that is then trumped by the sexual assaulter being shot by police when wielding a weapon and not listening or complying or anything like that. And I mean, these same people would probably be okay with shooting people for not wearing the fucking face masks. But so Joe Biden is meeting with this guy and his family and all that. And, you see these things. Joe Biden meets with Jacob Blake family, says Trump rhetoric legitimizes the dark sides of human nature. Well, I would think sexually assaulting a woman and breaking into her house and violating a restraining order would be the dark side of human nature. But what do I know? So then this is the really interesting thing. And like I said, if there's something you take away from this, this is what they do. When there is a piece of a narrative that they don't like, they will distort it and then debunk their distortion. So, here you have Jacob Blake pleads not guilty. Criminal record support says warrant doesn't justify the shooting. Fact check. Here's the real one. Jacob Blake is accused of sexually assaulting a woman, not a child. So this is how they're dismissing this sexual assault claim, and you have Snopes and everyone else go. Let's just check here. Reuters. Fact check. Jacob Blake does not have an arrest warrant for having sex with a minor. So here you have it where they are saying this arrest warrant and all this other stuff is false because somewhere it got put out there that it was concerning a minor. This is sort of the Pizzagate tactic, where because of everything that went on involving the specific pizza shop and all that, they were able to dismiss WikiLeaks, John Podesta, and all this other stuff. So they're doing the same thing here, where the let's see. So yeah, false. Jacob Blake does not have an arrest warrant for having sex with a minor, supposedly in law definitions, Wisconsin, this and that. So it's not about there being an arrest warrant. It's about, was it with a child or not? So it shifts the goalpost and all of that. So now it's, when people hear about this and it's brought up, they dismiss it. Oh, well, he didn't have an arrest warrant. And they'll forget that it was, no, he didn't have an arrest warrant for the specific, straw man that they created. But there was the restraining order for the previous activities and stuff like that. So that's their new thing, because again, you just had Joe Biden meeting with this guy. So you got to do some sort of damage control in order to keep the narrative on their side. So anyway, that's just my quick little video I wanted to do about Joe Biden's outreach to African Americans. And I mean, the left has really put themselves into a corner here, because you can't be denigrating brain surgeons and, mathematicians and all this other stuff, like very successful, like, I mean, until seeing Uncle Tom, I had no idea how much of a beast Herman Cain was. I mean, that man could do it all. But from growing up as a leftist, you're just told to scoff at them and be, oh, sell out Uncle Tom, whatever. Same thing with Ben Carson. People scoff at Ben Carson, even though he is what people should be looking to. But no, it's about Jacob Blake or Jacob Blaine or whatever his fucking name is. It's about George Floyd and the fucking crazed fentanyl meth. I can't breathe, I'm claustrophobic, stay with me, I can't breathe, it's about Cardi B. Man, did you bitch you be sucking that dirty dick with the bacon, egg, and cheese grease and all this other nonsense? That's who they're going for, because they don't want black people rising above that, because if they rose above that, what do they have to offer them? So it's very much a problem they have, where their only sales pitch is to the bottom of the barrel, so then they have to then only communicate to the bottom of the barrel, and they can't. I mean, and even at that, even like there's successful people like Jay-Z and all that, I mean, they're just sellouts at this point that, you know, just push the message, and I don't know. It's just bothersome on a lot of levels, and I really hope Black Americans are seeing through it all. And yeah, so if you like the content, subscribe to the channel, click the bell, follow me on social media, Jamie Star Music, and take care and have a good one, everyone.